If tracking every calorie feels like a full-time job, I've got news for you. You don't have to do that to lose weight. Yes, I said it. You can stop logging every bite, ditch the food scale, and still lose weight. And if you're a woman over 40 struggling with hormonal weight gain, slow metabolism, or stress eating, you actually need a different approach. Let's keep it real. How many times have you tried tracking only to give it up a few days or weeks later? You start off strong, logging everything like a nutrition detective. Then life happens. You eat out, forget to track, or have a screw it moment. And suddenly you feel like you failed, or maybe you've been tracking for months, hitting your calorie goal, but the scale won't budge. Here's the thing. Calorie counting isn't the problem. The problem is relying on it as your only strategy. Because after 40, your body isn't burning off whatever you eat like you did in your 20s. Your hormones, metabolism, and stress levels play a bigger role than just calories in, calories out. If you're tired of feeling like weight loss is this math equation you just can't solve, you're in the right place. Today, I'm breaking down 6 powerful science-based strategies to help you lose weight without tracking a single calorie, eat the right portions without a food scale or an app, stop mindless eating and actually listen to your hunger cues, build simple, repeatable habits that make that loss feel effortless. Because weight loss isn't about obsessing over these numbers. It's about learning how to fuel your body in a way that works for you. Let's get into it. If you're new here, you might be wondering, who is this woman telling me I can lose weight without tracking calories? Well, I am Erica. I am a health coach with 20 years of experience specializing in helping women over 40 lose weight, build strength, and reclaim our confidence without restrictive diets or spending hours in the gym. And more importantly, I get it. I just turned 46. I have 3 kids. I homeschool all of them while running my business. And I know exactly what it's like to juggle work, family, and everything else while trying to figure out how the hell to prioritize my health. And honestly, that's why I came back to coaching, because everywhere I looked, I saw these younger influencers giving weight loss advice that just doesn't work for us 40 plus girls. Our bodies are different. Our hormones have shifted. Our metabolism just doesn't work like it did when we're 25, and we need somebody who gets it. If you're tired of hearing just eat less and move more and strength train, and you need strategies that are working with your body, you are in the right place. Here we focus on science-backed nutrition strategies that work with your hormones, strength training for fat loss, metabolism and muscle tone, and mindset shifts that break free from the diet culture and allow you to enjoy food again. If you're ready for smarter, simpler ways to lose weight and feel strong in your body, hit that subscribe button, because we do long-term results here and not quick fixes. Let's dive into the strategies that is going to change the way you think about food for good. All right, let's talk about protein, because if you're trying to lose weight without tracking calories, this is the most important thing to focus on. Let me tell you about one of my clients, Lisa. She came to me frustrated as hell. I don't get it, she says. Her arms are crossed. She's looking at me sad-eyed. And she says, I eat salads, I snack on fruit, and I even cut out bread. Why is nothing happens? I had her walk me through a typical day. Breakfast, granola and coffee. Lunch, a big bowl of greens with balsamic dressing. Dinner, roasted vegetables and a little quinoa. Sounds healthy, right? But guess what was missing? Protein. Lisa was basically eating like a delicate little fairy, and while that might look cute on Pinterest, it's not how you build a strong, fat-burning body. Protein is the single most powerful tool for losing fat and keeping muscle. It keeps you full for longer, so you're not constantly reaching for those snacks. It boosts your metabolism because your body burns more calories digesting protein than it does those carbs or fats. It protects your muscle mass, and after 40, we naturally start losing muscle. And let me be clear, if your meals don't include a solid protein source, you will be hungry all the time. So how much protein do you actually need? Let's forget the complicated formulas. Here is the no math, no tracking way to do it. Every meal should have a palm size of protein. Fill half your plate with protein and fiber-rich foods. More on that in the next strategy. Eat protein first in your meals. It helps to regulate hunger and prevents overeating. And if you're wondering what to eat, here is your cheat sheet. Protein, lean meats like chicken, turkey, beef, bison, eggs and egg whites, Greek yogurt, and cottage cheese. Also, you've got your plant-based tofu, tempeh, lentils, or your fishes, salmon, tuna, shrimp, cod. In this way, there's no need to track. Just structure your plate around protein first. If you want to go even deeper on protein, I've got a full deep dive video coming up this month. We are going to cover exactly how much protein you need for fat loss, muscle tone, and hormonal balance in perimenopause. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on that video. And because I like to hook y'all up, please make sure you check in that description box for the free downloads. I have thrown in there a guide that gives you portion sizes without calorie counting, some easy meal prep, and a list of high protein meal ideas to make everything effortless, because that's what we need over here, y'all. Now that we've got the protein locked in, let's move to strategy 2, how to build a balanced plate that actually keeps you full and fuels fat loss. Let's talk about portion awareness, because if you don't want to track calories, you need a system that keeps you from eating way more than you realize. And trust me, most people are way off when it comes to portion sizes. Take my client, Michelle. She came to me swearing that she was eating healthy, but still couldn't lose weight. She walked me through her typical day. Breakfast, avocado toast with eggs. Lunch, a light bowl of pasta with some veggies, and dinner, a salmon fillet with roasted potatoes and a side salad. Now that sounds pretty solid, right? When we actually looked at what was on her plate, it was a whole different story. That avocado, half the fruit, that's like 300 calories. The light pasta was enough for 2 full servings, and the roasted potatoes drenched in oil, doubling the calories. Michelle wasn't overeating because she lacked the willpower. She was overeating because she wasn't aware of how much food was actually on her plate. Here's the thing, instead of tracking numbers, use your hands as a simple, foolproof guide. Your palm for your protein, fist for those veggies, cupped hand for the carbs like your rice, pasta, potatoes, and fruit, and your thumb for the fats. Every meal should have 1 to 2 palms of protein, at least 1 fist of veggies, and 1 cupped hand of carbs. Now, this is optional based on your activity level, and then you need to have 1 thumb of those fats. Now, how does this stop mindless eating? Well, most people overeat carbs and fats while under eating protein and fiber. We snack on granola bars, lattes, and we wonder, why are we hungry an hour later? When your plate is built properly, you get steady energy, fewer cravings, and less mindful snacking. With Michelle, she stopped guessing and started using this hand portion system. And within weeks, she was eating less naturally without feeling deprived. Next time you make a meal, skip the scale, skip MyFitnessPal, and just use your hands. And if you want a cheat sheet to make this even easier, grab my free portion guide in the description box. It breaks down exactly how to use this whole portion system so you always know how to build your meals without needing an app. Now that we've got portions locked in, let's move on to strategy 3, the easiest way to tell if you're actually hungry or just eating out of habit. All right, let's talk about building a balanced plate, because if you are not tracking calories, what's on your plate matters even more. Ever eat a healthy meal, feel full, and then find yourself raiding the pantry like some little snack deprived goblin? Yes, that's not your fault. The problem, your plate was missing something important. Think of your plate like a team. Protein is the captain, the leader that keeps you full and strong. Fiber is the defense. It slows digestion, keeps cravings in check, and the carbs and healthy fats are your energy boosters, giving you stamina and satisfaction. When one of these is missing, the whole team falls apart. Here's my 3-step formula for a balanced plate. Fill half your plate with fiber-rich vegetables. These are your Valium foods. They fill you up without adding a ton of calories. Leafy greens, peppers, cucumbers, broccoli, zucchini. Second, add that palm-sized portion of protein. If you want to stay full and keep your metabolism fired up, protein is a non-negotiable. This is where you got your chicken, your fish, your tofu, your beef, your eggs. Third, add a cupped hand portion of your carbs or a thumb of the healthy fats. If you're an active person, carbs are going to give you energy. If you're more sedentary, fats are going to keep you more satisfied. Now, here's your option. Carbs, rice, potatoes, whole grain bread. Fats, avocado, nuts, olive oil, cheese. Stick to one or the other, not both. That's where people accidentally overeat. Recently, a client bought this portion plate porcelain that has helped her tremendously with balancing her plate. I'm going to leave a link for that plate in the description box. Why does this balance plate thing work and help stop overeating? Well, most people overload on carbs and fats and skip out on the protein and fiber. Have you ever ate a big bowl of pasta? You feel stuffed, but then you feel hungry 2 hours later. That's because there was no protein, no fiber. It was just quick burning energy. A balanced plate slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and keeps you full for hours. If you've been feeling constantly hungry, low energy, or struggling with cravings, check your plate. Before you eat, scan your meal. Is there protein? Is there fiber? Did you pick carbs or fats? Not both. If yes, you're good. If not, fix it. This one strategy will change the game for your hunger, energy, and weight loss. Let's move into strategy 4, why how you eat is just as important as what you eat. Be honest, when was the last time you actually paid attention to your food while you were eating? Not scrolling Instagram, not watching Netflix or YouTube, not standing over the sink while inhaling your leftovers. I mean actually tasting, chewing, and noticing your food. Yeah, thought so. Most of us eat like we're in a race, barely chewing, inhale our meals, and then we're wondering, why are we still hungry 30 minutes later? And then why we need a nap immediately after eating. And here's why it matters. Eating too fast completely overrides your body's fullness signals. By the time your brain catches up to your stomach, it's too late. You've already eaten way past being satisfied. And if you've ever demolished a whole bag of chips or an entire pint of ice cream without realizing it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's talk about why slowing down helps to stop overeating. Your body has built-in hunger and fullness cues, but if you eat too fast, they don't get a chance to do their job. Your stomach actually takes about 15 to 20 minutes to register fullness. If you finish eating in 5 minutes, you're still eating long after you've had enough. And the worst part, when you eat too quickly, your body doesn't get to fully digest and absorb the nutrients efficiently, leading to bloating, sluggishness, and even cravings later on. How do we eat mindfully without eating like a Zen monk? Slowing down doesn't mean you have to sit in silence, chewing each bit like 50 times like at a meditation retreat. Here's how to make it practical, easy, and actually doable. Put your fork down between your bites. This sounds really simple, but it forces you to pause instead of just shoving the food in. Next is chew your food, like actually chew it. If you're swallowing after 2 chews, you're eating too fast. Aim for like 10, 15 chews per bite. Take a breath between bites. Literally pause and breathe. This helps your body to register fullness faster. Using a smaller plate naturally leads to eating less without thinking about it. Even consider putting on a 15-minute timer. Challenge yourself to eat slowly without rushing through the food. Let me tell you about another client who was dealing with hunger. Sarah came to me saying, "Erica, I'm always hungry. No matter how much I eat, I never feel full." So I asked her, "How long does it take you to eat a meal?" She said, "Well, like 5 minutes." Boom, problem solved. We slowed down her eating, added mindfulness habits, And guess what? She started feeling satisfied on less food, stopped constantly snacking, and finally started losing weight without dieting. This is not some woo-woo mindfulness trick. Slowing down improves your digestion and metabolism. Some years back, I read a book called The Slow Down Diet by Mark David, and it breaks down how your nervous system directly impacts your ability to process food. So when you eat in a stressed state, Russian, distracted, feeling guilty, your digestion slows down, your body stores more fat, and you absorb fewer nutrients. When you slow down, breathe, and eat with awareness, your body actually digests food better. It regulates your hormones and allows you to feel fuller on less. If you're tired of feeling out of control with food, I highly recommend grabbing this book. It totally breaks down exactly how to shift your eating habits so you actually lose weight without stressing over every bite. You can find the link for this book down in the description box. And if you want even more strategies on how to use body awareness to stop overeating, I have an entire video on that. Make sure to check it out. Here's a question that might just change the way you eat forever. Are you actually hungry or just eating out of habit? Most people don't even ask themselves that question. They eat because it's noon, because somebody else is eating, because it's your usual snack time, or because you saw food and thought, why not? This is how mindless eating sneaks in and keeps you stuck in that cycle of frustration. Next time you reach for some food, pause for 10 seconds and ask yourself these 3 questions. Where do I feel hunger in my body? True hunger is physical. It's an empty feeling in your stomach, lightheadedness, or low energy. Habit hunger is mental. It's triggered by emotions, boredom, or seeing food around. Would I eat something boring right now? If you're actually hungry, plain chicken and broccoli is going to sound fantastic. If you're just craving something, you'll only want specific foods. That's where the chips and chocolate come in. Ask yourself, am I thirsty? Because dehydration mimics hunger. So try drinking a glass of water and wait 10 minutes. How exactly do we break this habit of eating just because? First of all, delay. Don't deny. If you're unsure, wait 10-15 minutes before eating. If you're still hungry, eat. If not, it was just a craving. Remove visual cues. Seeing food equals wanting food. Keep all those tempting snacks out of sight so they're not constantly triggering cravings. Create pause points. Before you grab food, take a breath. Check in with your body. This tiny habit stops autopilot eating in its tracks. Learning to recognize real hunger versus habit hunger puts you back in control of your eating. It's not about restricting yourself. It's about eating with intention. Let's move on to the next strategy, making your meals simple and repeatable so you never have to overthink what to eat. If your meal looks like a Pinterest-worthy masterpiece, but you can't realistically keep up with it, it's useless. You don't need a 5-star menu to lose weight. You need go-to meals that are simple, satisfying, and easy to repeat. If cooking is feeling like a second job, you're not going to do it. The secret, boringly effective meals. The healthiest and fittest people out there, they are not cooking 20 different meals per week. They eat a handful of meals, the same ones on repeat, because consistency beats variety when it comes to results. Does that sound boring? Maybe. Does it work? Absolutely. Here's how to do it. First, pick 3 to 5 go-to meals for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Easy to make, balanced, and foods you actually enjoy. Think protein, veggies, healthy carb, fat. 2, keep your ingredients basic and interchangeable. Think of it like this. Take a rotisserie chicken. That makes a sandwich, a stir fry, a salad, or a wrap. Ground turkey. We got meatballs, tacos, stuffed peppers, roasted veggies. There's a side dish. There's something in omelets or tossed in a pasta. Or take oats. You can take those hot, overnight, or blend it into a smoothie. The key, same base, different ways to eat it. 3, plan, but don't overcomplicate it. If meal prep makes you cringe, don't prep full meals. Just prep components. Cook your protein ahead. chop veggies, and have grab and go options. I can tell you in my house, I am all about pre-prepping protein. I will cook up huge batches of chicken. I love my slow cooker. I put chicken in there and make shredded chicken, or I put chicken on a big pan and do that. Roast it in the oven. Also, I cook big batches of ground beef. Protein, it makes it so easy. Once you have that base, you can just build anything out of it like I talked about before. The easier you make it, the less likely you'll accidentally end up in the drive-thru. When meals are repeatable, eating healthy just starts feeling effortless. And when it feels effortless, you actually stick to it. There's no more standing in front of the fridge at 7 p.m. thinking, what the hell am I going to eat? Now you've got this system that works for you so you can focus on life and not your food. If you need some go-to high protein meals that are easy and satisfying and that can help you get to your goals, I got you. I put together a simple little meal planning guide that really lays out some quick options for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack ideas. It also contains a quick little guide on one of your best proteins, fats, and carbs, and also some of the things that can really help that whole meal prep process be effortless. Click the link in the description box to download it, and let's start making healthy eating simple and sustainable. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Losing weight without counting calories is 100% possible. It just means building better habits and not obsessing over the numbers. Here's a quick recap of the 6 strategies. Prioritize protein and whole foods because muscle is your metabolism's best friend. Use portion awareness, not numbers. Your hand is the best measuring tool you've got. Build a balanced plate every time. Protein, fiber, healthy fats, and carbs that actually work for you. Slow down and eat mindfully because if you don't experience your food, you're not going to feel satisfied. And recognize real hunger versus habit hunger. Pause before you eat and ask why. And make simple, repeatable meals because sustainability beats perfection every time. Here is the next step I need you to make. Drop a comment. Let me know which strategy are you going to go to first. I'd love to hear. Then I need you to hit that subscribe button because this is just the beginning. Losing weight and eating better aren't just about the number on the scale. It's about feeling good in your body again. It's about having energy, the confidence, and the spark to show up as the best version of yourself. If you're ready to go even deeper into feeling strong, sexy, and fully in your power, the 5 habits I use to boost my energy and confidence. Because when you fuel your body right, everything else falls into place.